Plus, they'll optimize your PC. Take that, Best Buy. Give Gigahertz a call. 219-218-9323. That's 219-218-9323. Or log on to gigahertzpc.net. Gigahertz. And that's where we come in.
Here is his second free throw to pass Jordan. It's good. And with that free throw, Kobe Bryant passes the great Michael Jordan and moves into third on the NBA's all-time scoring list. 32,293 for Kobe, 32,292 for Jordan.
710 ESPN in Los Angeles with that call of Kobe Bryant surpassing the legendary Michael Jordan for third place all-time on the NBA scoring list. He wound up with 26 points in a 194 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. How fitting that one of LA's most prolific scorers does it in the town where the Lakers began. Mm-hmm. Second half of the afternoon locker room presented by Gigahertz is now in full effect. Alvin Washington at the controls on the Verizon Wireless Hotline with me, Brian Snow from Snowman in the Morning. Catch him Monday through Friday, 9 to 10 a.m. He appears on the Verizon Wireless Hotline, Verizon Wireless, and the Cellular Connection in Michigan City. Proud to help you connect to America's most trusted 4G LTE network. And well deserved for Kobe. Just taking a quick sidebar here for the NBA. 19 years in the league, has had a few setbacks. I honestly feel if he didn't have those knee and Achilles injuries, he would have well passed Michael Jordan about maybe a season and a half ago. We would have been talking about him possibly surpassing Karl Malone this year.
Absolutely, but what makes me proud of Kobe, 19 years in the same uniform, even given everything that they have gone through in the past 4 seasons. 19 years and still a Laker. That's what makes me proud of Kobe more than anything else.
The anomaly is, of the top 5 scorers, Kobe Bryant's going to be the only one in this bunch that didn't go to college.
Yeah.
Out of Lower Merion Academy, Pennsylvania, son of Jelly Bean Bryant, who also played in the NBA a little bit. That's that, and if you remember back during that time when the high school invasion was really up in full swing, not only Kobe Bryant, you had Tracy McGrady, you had Kevin Garnett. LeBron James was on the back end of all of that, but when those high schoolers start up, Al Jefferson over with Charlotte, when that whole invasion started, everybody was wondering, okay, when is this going to stop?
Right.
Which of course we now have the one and done rule in college now, But that notwithstanding, Kobe Bryant. When you can get some of the most ultimate compliments from the man you set your sights on.
Yeah.
When MJ gives you props, you know you done done something.
Coming from MJ, that's got to be the most thrilling thing for him with that kind of competition. And remember, the first All-Star game that Kobe played, who did he play against? MJ. It was your passing of the torch. It was in 1998 at MSG, at Madison Square Garden. He not only passed the torch, but as Matthew Johnson said in 1991 about MJ, after MJ won his first title in L.A., Kobe just didn't get the torch passed to him. He took it and ran with it.
Can't say anything plainer than that. As we continue here on the Afternoon Locker Room, give us a call, 573-200-6505. Jumping back into the NFL.
Johnny froze out.
Oh, man. Somebody did a meme on Johnny Manziel, who got his first NFL start this week. And if you remember the Carly Rae Jepsen hit tune, Call Me Maybe, oh, they went to town with that dude. Oh, man. It was, I'm like, dang, Johnny, come on, dog. Really? Really? For real? 30-0 the final. Johnny Manziel is the 6th quarterback to get shut out in his first official NFL start in the last 20 years.
Bank. How do you put it best? Bank.
Yeah. And the way Cincinnati...
Let me tell y'all something about Johnny Manziel. And I said this on the morning show, and people didn't believe me. When Cleveland drafted Johnny Manziel, a lot of people were heaping a lot of pressure on him to end the Browns' drought. I said, "Are you kidding me? Manziel will not." I said he would not earn a start. I never said he would never earn playing time. Didn't say that. I did say he would never earn a start. I was wrong about that. But Johnny Manziel played in a system at Texas A&M where he was allowed to improvise. He's not allowed to improvise in this system. There's a little more structure that needs to be necessary, and Johnny Manziel got beat up, period. Cleveland licked their chops and came after him the way that they should have. Cincinnati came after him the same way that they should have. And Cincinnati was licking their chops, finding out Manziel was starting and said, we can pin our ears back and come after him. And they beat him up.
Yeah, that offensive line of Cleveland really didn't help any matters either. I put a lot of that on the Cleveland offensive line. Mm-hmm. You know, they should have done a heck of a lot better job than that. Anyway, moving along in week 15 here on the Afternoon Locker Room. Alvin Washington, Brian Snow on the Verizon Wireless Hotline from Snowman in the Morning. One of the strangest scores I think we have ever seen in NFL history. The New York Jets defeat the Tennessee Titans 16-11. First time ever that score has been a final score in the over 80 years that this league has been up. I'm like, huh? Wait, time the ham biscuit out.
Listen, man, you know I'm a numbers man. It's the Jets and the Titans, first of all.
Okay? Yeah. That
should tell you everything. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Moving right along, Baltimore stays in the AFC North hunt, 20-12 over Jacksonville. Indianapolis, congratulations, another AFC South title. A tough 17.
And that one's for Donna.
Another one's 17-10 over Houston. Unfortunately, the Texans lose Matt Fitzpatrick for the year with a leg injury. Kansas City clobbers Oakland. What else is new? 31-13 the final there. The New York Giants take care of Washington 24-13 despite another RG3 sighting. I have the feeling that RG3's days are numbered in D.C.
I'm inclined to agree, but you have to wonder who would pick him up and where would he be a better fit.
He'd be a better fit than Washington. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, true.
I would, and to be quite honest, I dare say, pull a Deshaun Jackson, shoot him up to Philadelphia. Somebody like RG3 would fit.
RG3 would solidify the quarterback position in Philadelphia.
You know, that type of system that Chip Kelly is running up there, I think
that would fit him.
It would fit him. That having been said, that's not to knock Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez has done a decent job keeping the team afloat, despite Nick Foles again being ruled out this coming week.
But Chip Kelly needs someone more dynamic than Foles and Sanchez. And Sanchez is not going to be back to being the franchise that he was when he was with the Jets, and he took them to an upset of the Colts and on the brink of an AFC championship.
True indeed. Speaking of titles, put another AFC West title in the Mile High City. Denver 22, San Diego 10. I got to tell you, the grit of Peyton Manning going out there, flu, sore thigh, still gets the job done with 2 touchdown passes.
He got hit and said, "Ow! Okay, I'm all right. I'll come back."
You know, that says a lot. It says a lot. Here is
I think it's the Papa John's pizza that helped him come back.
That's what it is. Okay. Now, interesting play coming up here. Pittsburgh 27, Atlanta 20, but during the course of this game, Matt Ryan, on a particular play, was sacked squarely.
Yep.
They hit the guy with a roughing the passer. The dude didn't throw the football. I'm like, what?
I'm going to say a statement I never thought I would say. Because of the way the roughing the passer penalty has been called the last 2 years alone, in terms of that, the NFL has gotten soft. And I mean that to the point where they're not allowing the players to play, wait for it, football.
Because the same thing happened on that insurance drive with Seattle, only up 10-7 at the time. They had a third down. Russell Wilson, after throwing the football, this is within a mere quarter to a half second, hit right in the numbers exactly the way you were supposed to. Flag, roughing the passer. What? No.
That helped the drive.
No. And everybody
that helped drive, and that killed the 49ers season. You know, everybody that will look at that play knows, anybody that follows football as closely as the way you and I do, they know that is a flag, period.
I'm like, really, NFL? Really? Is that where we're going now? Oh, boy. As I mentioned,
the seat of Roger Goodell is getting hotter by the moment.
As I mentioned earlier in the show, Dallas 38, Philadelphia 27. Dallas now 10-4 on the year. Philly drops to 9-5.
Don't say it.
But the division is not decided yet.
Don't say it.
All right. Carolina 19, Tampa Bay 17. Carolina, as of right now, is a half game up on New Orleans in the ugly NFC South. And that's an understatement.
The NFC South this year reminds you of the NFC West 3 years ago.
Whew.
When that division was won by Seattle, and I can't believe I'm going to bring this back up, as ugly as it was, at 7-9.
I think that's what's going to take to win this division.
7-9. Okay. Why did y'all break this up into? I got to do this on the morning show, because if I start now, I won't stop. Go on.
All right. Now, here's why I say the NFC East is still up for grabs. Just announced this afternoon, one DeMarco Murray, who had 31 carries this past week in the win against Philadelphia, now has to have hand surgery. With the Colts coming up on the horizon at AT&T Stadium. Uh-oh.
Andrew Luck is going to have a field day.
Yikes.
Andrew Luck is. There is a possibility that the Cowboys could finish either 11-5 or 10-6 and still not get in the playoffs.
Man.
There is that strong of a possibility, especially now minus the leading rusher in the league.
And finally, Detroit with a big 16-14 victory over Minnesota. That coupled with Green Bay's 21-13 loss at Buffalo Detroit back in the driver's seat in the NFC